Welcome back, everybody. It's Monday at 7 o'clock and it's the 7th of April and my chair is squeaking. How's it going, everybody? We're back. We're going to take a look at some cool stuff tonight. My open router is fully topped and we're going to make the most of this. So, TINS. There is no software. This is a little thing which I did. There is no source.com. Okay, this is a little thing that we started up and it's developing quite nicely, actually, surprisingly. It works, bottom line. We've got a best practices guide and I'm probably going to have a little go at building a platform that people can add their TINS to next. It has, of course, a GitHub, which explains what it is, and it has an MCP server. Okay. So we're going to make sure I have that installed. Smaller, please, smaller. Oh, actually, wait, bigger, bigger, bigger. Go back, go back, go back. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for joining. Hello, Full Dive Media, and hello, Furnicar. Thank you for joining at the beginning of the stream. I love to see people here waiting for me. It was only a year ago when I'd be coming in and there'd be no one here and I'd just be here banging the drum. So it's really great. But yeah, people will most likely filter in as we go along. Now, sometimes it can be a little niche, you know what I mean? I've been doing this stuff for a year when nobody cared and then it was sort of like suddenly vibe coding was a thing. But yeah, we're going to take a look at this. So the first thing, of course, is MCP servers. What the hell are they? You can go into the little button here, incline. Pretty much all of the agents you will have or all of these extensions you will have MCP servers. It's become the de facto standard. So let's see. I've got Uno and I've got LTM Klein running right now. So I'm going to turn both of them off, and we're going to go through the installation for TINS MCP first. So obviously, if you come to Scuffed Epoch, you'll find two repos at the moment. That's all there is there at the minute. One of them is coming to the TINS MCP. I know, right? Indeed, Furnicar. Who understands pioneers? It's true. You've just got to keep going. Many of us die in the blizzard. So, there is no software. What is zero source? Only readmes are distributed. We don't include any source code in releases. That's what TINS are. There is no source, only a readme. We've showed this off in the past. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to clone this repo. So I am going to make a new folder in my projects area on this machine, which I believe is D. I've got like 5 machines at the moment, so I get a bit confused about where I keep stuff. Tools, and it's going to be, most of it's like old versions as well, because we make things better, and the GitHub is the best. What the system I use is download it from GitHub, make it better. Does it work? Update GitHub. So I always start at GitHub, right? I always pull my thing down. I don't, all of these old folders could probably be deleted, but you know, I keep them for posterity. I don't know, I keep them in case I need them. But most of it is everything we've worked on since 10th of March, this folder. So there's about a month of stuff in here. But yeah, this one is going to be, I'm going to call it TINS-MCP. And we're going to clone it in. So the MCP is going to build software using README files, okay? It's like a reverse engineering agent. But what we do to maximize our outcome, you know, for success, is we make sure that the README actually has the information in it, right, that we need. So there are like guidelines on writing better READMEs, but most of the time, I'll show you, we'll get there. So, git clone the TINS MCP, and I'm just going to literally follow what it tells me. cd tins npm install, right? So CD TINS MCP. Yep, that is what it's called. Yep, there it is. npm install. Now, I do worry about npm version, but it should have, in the package, it tells it what must be node 20. So, see, it's still giving problems about in-flight, but we fixed this. Where's the glob version? Something suspicious is happening here. It's giving an error. I'm not using in-flight. Where's in-flight? Hold up, we're having a little issue here. I'm glad I'm doing this because this should be the correct version. Man, what is going on here? There's too much stuff. Right, hang on. So, yeah, because I'm using glob 9. Glob. Glob. Glob, glob, glob. Glob. Look. I'm just going to check my local machine. I've got it right here. Wake up. Wake up, you lazy person. Claude. What have you done? I'm drinking the coffee now. I fixed this. It's almost like sometimes I get suspicious because when you build an app, there are files, and sometimes I worry that he fixes the distribution folder, which obviously doesn't get uploaded because you don't do that. I'm pretty sure he fixed the source folder, and then you have to rebuild it. But I'm going to open it now and find out. So again, remember how I said, oh, this is why I keep multiple. And you know what? I bet this will be like the time I used it. Yeah, I probably used an older machine. So I don't actually have the right one here. But what I do have is I have the Secret Thoughts MCP where I resolved all those bugs. Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's why NPM I think is being used, because you can define it all. But I've got a funny, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Wait. Oh God, I'm not typing. Where did I just type? Anyway, if I type npm-v, what have I got? Look, I'm running what? Yeah, so this is an issue. Why am I running 9.67? That's ancient. Right, we've got to do a few things. I think there's like 20. I might refer to my other code here. 2010. I'm probably going to break everything now. Planet. He'd probably say, what are you trying to do, you crazy? So if I go into LLM Secrets MCP, right, I've got that repo on the web. So let's have a look at it together. So remember yesterday I told you all about LLM Secrets, which was using AES 256 encryption on private thoughts. Well, it works. It's an MCP server now. I've also got the secret decryptor repo, which is just for the decrypting. Okay, it was part of the prototype repo, so I thought I'll just make it part of the main thing. And so, yeah, it allows you to decrypt his encrypted thoughts. And he will encrypt his own thoughts, and then he won't say them again before telling you what they are. And you can get him to remember things. Well, not necessarily remember, because it doesn't have retrieval, but yeah. It's possible for him to encrypt things that you say or that he thinks. It works both ways, because obviously things you say he thinks. There was a problem with the first release where it wasn't saving the files, but I fixed it. So you actually do get the thoughts now. But anyway, the reason I'm looking at this is because it has some information in the setup. So here we're using 2011.0. Okay, 2011.0. Check node data, download and install. Do you know what? I'm not going to do that. Glob 11. Here we go. Look at this. In flight here. Look at this. LRU cache. And what about the encryption stuff? Are you still trying to download the encryption from a package? Because it should be built in. We're not using cryptography because it's built in. Yeah, so that did go through, but the rest didn't. Alright, so this is how we're going to play this. Okay, at TINS MCP is missing some, how would you say it? Is using incorrect versions in the app package JSON. We can use colon, and yeah, that's how we're going to do it. So we're going to put in where is it? Where's it gone? I'm looking right at it, aren't I? And I can't even read it. Yeah, of course. I was like, well, why? It was right here. Here, it's here. So we need that. So dependencies. Oh, that's a lot of quotes I've just put in there. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, just don't use quotes. Oh boy. Oh, that's annoying. Just the syntax is annoying. And then the other thing was overrides in flight. See, I don't know if he's going to know what that means. Right, do you know what? I'm just going to give the whole thing. Oh, I don't want to use everything though. How about we go from here down? It's not going to have the code. Oh. Do you know what? Give me a sec. This is annoying. I wonder why. Hang on a sec. Why would TINS be missing this? It's a different project. And also, I thought Glob was at version 9. I'm pretty sure it is. 11.01. Oh, 9 is the most correct, but 11.01 is the latest. Okay. Okay, we can use dependencies glob 1101. Yeah. And what else can we use? Okay, consider in-flight override. Yeah, okay. Override in-flight. Okay, and what was the other thing he was complaining about? Glob in-flight. That's both of them. Okay, if you need additional reference, just ask. This is a new one. I didn't realize we'd be doing such a load of like side quests stuff. I thought this was just gonna work. Clearly something went wrong with the last commit on Git. Either that or it just works with these bugs and I didn't care last time. Either way, I'm gonna fix it. So currently glob isn't listed, we need to add it. Overrides doesn't have an override. The override will replace in-flight. Yes, please, do what I told you. That's great. The only reason I know to do it that way is because I downloaded the LRU cache package and had him read it, and then write that override, which is why I'm like, I wonder if it can figure out more. But there you go. Correct glob, correct in-flight. There's probably more stuff wrong there, but next time it builds, it should solve those 2 warnings. Okay, you want to do it? Go on then, mate. Are we in the right folder? Yep, let's go. Oh, what? Hold up. You're in the wrong folder, dummy. Do you see that? When he... I said run the command because he was in the right folder. And so then he opened a Klein terminal, not in the right folder. And then just tried... Anyway, there we go. We'll build it. Okay, what's it saying? Glob 7. We just changed glob. Unsupported engine package. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. See, I've got the wrong node. Right. This is where we have trouble because I need node 20.10 or something. Okay. All right. Node. Come on, node. I need node 20. We're on node 22.14. You can also install it with a version manager. Okay, so I want 2019 long-term support. That's probably the closest I can get. Using FNM with NPM. Oh no, it's turning into a nightmare. Just give me the standalone installer. See, I need NVM really, like NVM Windows. I thought I already had it. Good times with Node. Let's install Node, everyone. Again. We'll install Node again. Don't worry about the extra stuff. Okay. So yeah, I wonder why. Wait, what? See, that's me. That's me. My NPM version is. Wait. Oh my god, they're just trying to confuse me now. Right, NPM. NPM install G NPM. It should be as simple as that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not good. So wait, my node is broken? I think my node is broken. That's fun. But don't worry, someone's written it in Go. So we'll just install that. Wait, not exe. Just give me the setup. What the hell is this? What have I found? Apparently this is a download page. I don't think it is. I think this is like a report. Oh. Yeah. Why do I... They're just wasting my time. See, it says here... Oh, it's the freaking antivirus report. Too fast. Slow down! Python dependency compatibility. Yeah. It's alright. Node 18 is already... Yes. Awesome. So we've got NVM. Yay. Okay, right. I'm just going to give him a new challenge. Please check and fix my npm install. Let's see if he can do it. Because I don't care about all this stuff, to be honest. I can re-download it again. You know. Are there any specific problems? Okay, 1. Test node and NVM. 2. Write reports. 3. Cross-reference reports. 4. Yeah. Task complete when no errors. Yes. Task complete when no errors related to mismatched versioning during npm install all right. So do I have TINS installed on this machine? Hang on a sec. Let me see here. If I go into my client, I think I've only got one MCP, which is LLM Secrets. So that means it's on a different machine. I don't think I can remote desktop into it right now. I shut the screen. Right, so what have we got? Yes. Let him get on with it. Okay. Yep. Because, yeah. I just need him to resolve this. And if he can, that's great. If he can't, then not so great. Do you know what, mate? He really needs to give up the whole ampersand thing, because it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Where node? Did you find it? Could not find it. Not found. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, we get to watch him lose his mind. Go on, try and find... Oh, what? What? I think he found it. Oh. Careful, Claude's not in the folder. There we go, look. There we go. Node is 20. NPM is 10. So we've already upgraded both of them because that was 18 and that was 9. So I think we've actually done it. CD TINS MCP. Oh, yeah, I know. Don't worry. He's going to screw it up anyway, guys. He always gets stuffed if you're not in the project root. Sometimes I actually recommend when you do the git clone, close the project and reopen it in the git clone folder. I know it's like an extra step, but then he doesn't have to ever do it this command joining. For some reason, he's not clever enough to CD into the folder and then run the commands. And I think it's because in his brain, this is the root. So he expects everything to be in the root. And obviously when you git clone something, it comes in a folder. See, now he's trying to do the thing. I need to stop him. Stop. Right, let me... because he's done the version stuff. So now, let me do... I'll show you what I mean. So if I close the folder, and then I open the folder, obviously it's annoying because you get booted back to nothing. But yeah, if I go into this one, now he doesn't ever have to go up there. And I'll make a new job now. In fact, let's just try building it straight and see what happens first. probably still got errors. It's kind of annoying to have to do the work twice, but it's not a big deal. DIR, right? Look, see, we've got... Yeah. He's writing loads of crap already, see. I wouldn't be surprised if he just did it wrong. Let me just see what we've got here in the README. I should have just followed the freaking README. Okay. It probably works, and it's just like we're going into fixing the README warnings and stuff, which we probably don't need to do. Oh dear. What? Bro. NPM. You've got to be kidding me. It's like it's gone. Hang on. We'll try a command prompt. NPM. Unreal. It was supposed to have reinstalled it, and it seems to have removed it. What about NVM? Oh. Right. This is annoying. It says here we've just finished installing it as well. Close it again. It'll always tell you just restart VS Code. Okay. Now, do we still have nothing? Oh, it works fine. See? It's just gaslighting, guys. Don't worry. So, yeah, npm install. Yeah, it's fine. It's no errors. See what I mean? It's gaslighting. Right, now we should have some problems. Nope. It just built. Give it a minute. See what I mean? See how we had like a ridiculous amount of errors? And we've pretty much just restarted VS Code and just said, nah, I'm just going to do it again. Right, here we go. I want to set up for VS Code, please. This is how it's supposed to work. And it's written the thing. So if I now go to here, see, that's what it was supposed to do first time. I don't know what, I honestly, I don't even know what I fixed. I'm just going to be real, guys. Sometimes I feel like it's just gaslighting. So here we go. We've got TINS. So we'll turn all the auto approves on. So it's generate from README, validate README. So we can validate a README before if we want. That's it. So what I want to do is I want to have a go at building a TINS that was submitted by Fernicar. If I can find it. So I can't believe we're actually there. So let's test it. And we'll test the TINS with... let's see, we're going to do... Well, I mean, it says it's working. I'll do it in here first time, okay? So what I'll do is I'll make a folder called TINS. That's not a folder. Oh no. I'm just shooting myself in the foot. Yeah. TINS. Okay. And there is a tin that just got made. Where's the link to the original one? Johnson. Lazy. Could have sworn it was there. Nothing. I'll have to put that in. Weird. Okay. So I'm trying to find out where it got merged to. See, here's my examples. Where's yours gone, Fernie? I can't remember where the hell it went. I'm scratching my head. Oh, I remember now. It went into the repo that it actually is for. The thing we made yesterday. Okay. So we made the UCB. Yeah, thanks. I just got there. It took me a while. So UCB regex has a TINS edition. So here is the files for the TINS edition. Okay. So my plan is, obviously we've got the code. So my plan is, right, we're going to copy this, and then we'll do the demo. All right. So if I'm there, let's make another one. TINS MCP, and then I'll go git clone like that. Now technically you've got some source code in your thing, so I'm going to try it without first. This is a nice experiment, because like you've yeah, technically there is some source code in your TINS. There's a Python, another Python, and a requirement. Is this the example of what you built though? Is this what you built with the README? Anyway, we'll find out, won't we? It's different every time, so it's part of the fun. So if I go to here, and then I get just the README first. He'll be like, "Oh no, you have to include it." So let me see. I love it. What? Let's do it, because like I said, it's submission, so I want to try it out. Ah, yeah, and then you said that the GitHub maybe was the wrong name or something. I know you told me I had to change something. I forget now. Yeah, we can get that done eventually. I don't even know if that's real. Is this even a real address? Well, it might be. Okay, so anyway, this is the README. It's in TINS README. I'm actually going to delete this entire thing for now. I can get it back if I need it. And to be honest, I don't really want it to be, I would want this to be on its own, empty, with nothing. But we're kind of going to see if this works. Do you know what? You know what? Let's not be lazy. We can switch back if things don't work. Let's do this properly. Yeah. So if I go in here and I just go Control X, back, new folder, TINS test. Spelled the folder name wrong because I'm smart. TINS. That's a different project. Okay. Close folder. I know people say you can just open folder and it'll automatically close, but I like coming back to this main menu where I can like quick swap the last few I had. It'd be nice if you could make this longer. I've never clicked more. I'm saving it for later in life. Where is that thing? Okay, tools. TINS test. Now we've got TINS, so we go straight in. There's a README. I go to the chat. I say, we can use TINS to build the app. To build the app README. That's all I'm going to say. We could try the calculator too. I mean, it does come with 3 examples. I mean, the thing about this is that through this conversation that we're about to have, we can actually go way off spec. We could break it or we could make it better according to our needs, like just from this step here. Because I could click act now and it's only going to use what's in the thing, okay? It's only going to use the README information to do this. But I could put it, I could say in here, actually I don't want to kinter, actually I want something else. You see what I mean? But we're gonna let this cook. So I'm just gonna go straight to act mode. Let me see. Did he actually ask any questions? I don't think he did. I think he's just like, yeah, I know what this is. I'm just gonna make it. So off you go, my friend. Look at that. Auto approve. Error. File not out. Readme. Oh, I forgot to give an absolute path to the file. It's there. He's found it. Go on. Do the absolute path. I completely forgot about that. You have to use a full path file. Oh, I forgot that MCPs don't work with this. You have to give it a full path. Man. Have you figured it out? He's still trying to do it that. It's going to fail. So first thing I found is it needs to use the full path. Okay, stop. Okay. Don't, he's like, I'm about to create a new readme. No. No. Okay. I think I had this problem before, so let me just get the full path. Try that. It might not have access to it. It should be okay. That's fine. Plan, go. He's reading it. I've read it. Okay. Now he should ask to use the tool. No, not yet. Okay, can't use the tool yet. So first I'll validate the readme. If it passes, I'll generate. Ooh, will it pass validation? Go on then. I just nearly spat my coffee out. You can't believe this. What are you talking about? He's gaslighting me with the path to the file here. Come on, mate. Figure it out. Yeah. He still won't be able to find it. He's not using an absolute path. Go on, try doing absolute path, mate. There you go. Oh. Missing section description. Missing section technical. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My validator is a little bit stricter than me. I just like, go for it. So are you going to actually do it? What's he doing? Oh, he's creating a TINS compatible readme for you. He's creating a... What are you doing? There's loads of code in this. I think he doesn't understand the concept of zero source. Oh my god, it did what you did. So this is why yours ended up with a couple of things. Right, okay. But hang on a minute. Where did all this come from? I didn't give it to him. So he's doing it. He's just being an ass about it because he's going, oh, well, you know, I've got to create some code before I can create some code, okay? It's kind of trolling. So... Because the thing is, I didn't give him this. Where'd this come from? So he is doing it, but begrudgingly. All right, look, just trust the process, okay? Because we did give it a README, but it converted it into a README with a bunch of code in that came from nowhere. And now, because those files are not available, I deleted them, okay? And this isn't the same chat, you know what I mean? There's no, like... So what's this? Validate. What? Oh, he's going to validate the README again. Okay. Off you go. It should be on auto-approve, but for some reason it keeps un-auto-approving itself. I don't know why it does that. Let me see this. Open up Klein. Look, auto-approve, auto-approve. Done. And if I go back in there, I bet they've gone. Yep, it's gone again. Look. I don't know why. See? Some kind of weird thing going on with my extension, maybe. I don't know. So, generate from README. It should be on auto-approve. I don't know why I have to keep on clicking it. Wait, what? What's it doing now? Wait, it's going to make a what now? It's decided to make a mobile app. I don't know. TINS. Let's go. It's generated application code. What? It's in generated app. Oh yeah, I remember this. So it creates a weird skeleton of the app in app data, and then it copies it back into your project, and then it runs it all through again. I saw it do the exact same thing with the demo, and it confused me the first time too. So let's just give a rundown on what it actually did. So we said we want to make software using TINS with this README file. I didn't give the code that he gave. I just gave the README file, okay? So it read the README and it didn't pass validation. So he decided, in fact, at first he couldn't even find the damn thing. But eventually, he actually used the full path to the file in the MCP. And at that point, he was like, oh, well, this doesn't pass validation, mate. So then he said, right, tell you what, I'll write one for you that does pass. So he did that. And then he checked it. It passed because he wrote it to the rules. But it contained a bit of code in the first pass. It contained a little bit of code in it. I'm really struggling with this project. I've been working for weeks and it seems... Where'd that go from? And nothing seems to be going right. It's related to what he's doing. It's not related to the task. It's the text transformer. Okay? That was just poignantly timed, what he just said. But yeah, so what's going to happen is it's now going to generate the code from the README, and it does it in like a skeleton format in app data. And then, as you can see, he starts to copy it back into the main project, and he just keeps going over the bones, adding a little bit of meat to them, until eventually the app is like complete. What? Desktop GUI? Nice one, Furnicar. This was just a one-page website that we came up with yesterday. And now it's got to Kinter. Okay, cool. So, install the required dependencies, set your Grok API, and then run the GUI or the CLI version. It's ready. Okay, can we test it? I don't have a Grok API key. Do I have to get one? Ugh, well that's a shame. I wanted to test it. Hang on, let me just check. Where is it? I've got a requirements.txt and I've got two scripts. So we do pip install requirements.txt. Obviously this isn't TINS, this is a tin. Let's... Yeah. What the? It's fine. Okay. And then what? Do not hard code it. Windows. Set Grok API key. I wonder if I can get one. Let's see if I can just get one quickly. I bet you can't. Grok API key. That's what I need. Grok Cloud. I bet you got to pay. No. Grok Cloud. Get API key. Please visit here. Okay. It says I got to sign in. I'll sign in. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. The skeleton adding meat reminds the movie Fifth Element. True. Yeah, if it's free, I'll just grab it now. Create. Copy. Okay. And then what? Configure it system-wide. Okay, so I got to do it in that session. How do you make it into a file, dude? It's probably that one I needed to do, really, isn't it? Ah, crap. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll make another one in a bit. I'm just gonna have to. Okay, so I got a thing here I can try it with. Annoying, but oh my god. Oh, what did it do? Okay, I don't know what that happened there. Oh, hello. So, we have an app. So let's get some text. What's that selected? No. Get me in trouble. Where is it now? Come on, man. How are there no text files? There's a text file. Figure that one out. That's a big one. Go on. Uh-oh. Request too large. Alright, tell you what. I'll just type in. I'm so angry about the installation of this MCP. Go on. I'm so excited to share my enthusiasm for the recent installation of this amazing MCP. While there may have been some initial hiccups, I'm thrilled to see the positive changes it's bringing to our workflow. This innovative technology is a true game changer, and I'm loving the fresh perspective it's bringing to our team, and so on. So yeah, it's the ultimate Care Bear text transformer. You know, I hate how Judy has cut my hours this week, and I am very angry about it. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to reflect on this situation. I'm actually thrilled that Judy is recognizing the importance of flexibility in our schedules, which allows us to prioritize our well-being and make the most of our time. It's amazing how this change can help us focus on what truly matters and cultivate a better work-life balance. Yeah, this is good. So I'll say, let's see. It's shameful that the bosses are off playing golf and flying all over the world while we are underpaid and underappreciated. I'm trying to think of some more Doomer stuff. Okay, what's this? Think about it. What? No, wait. What? It done the same thing. It just spun it. It just spun it completely. The king is corrupt, and we shall have his head. Just go back a few hundred years, you know, same energy. What do we got? Together, we stand united in pursuit of a brighter future. Yep, there you go. It turns anything... I don't know, look, there it is. There it is. Thank you very much, Fernicar. That was a really cool collaboration effort, that was. Essentially, it is my... it's my thing, but he's put it into Kinter, and then you get an applet. I mean, obviously you got to run it in, you got to run it like this, but it's still fine. It still works. You can set a batch file up to run that, and then it's like friendly. clear all. You can drop a text in. Obviously, there's limits, but that's not our fault. That's the LLM that's being used, I guess. Has a sort of a window. But yeah, there we go. So, and again, this here would be the TINS README, which I think he already has. I mean, do you know what I'm going to do now? What's the difference? So this one has 13,000 characters and this one has 6,000. So my version is longer. My version is longer and it contains a bit of code in it. But the thing is, it was written with this version. This is the TINS original. And looking at this, there's no code. See? There is no code in that README. There's like a few command examples, but there's no code. Like, I mean, you know, these are commands as well. That's not code. These are commands. And what it did was it wrote a new, it basically said, this doesn't pass validation, so I'll write one that does, which included some base code, which then became that became the CLI version. Okay, so there's a CLI version as well. It made a CLI version and a Takinta version with a UI with Llama, and it'll run on Llama 3. Obviously, we could change this. We could change this to Claude or something, I guess. I don't know. I've not used the Grok API, Grok Cloud before. But that's so cool. So yeah, 100% works. Look at that. I'm really struggling with this project. I've been working on it for weeks. The code is buggy, the design's terrible, I'm running out of time. I don't think I'll be able to finish it before the deadline. Maybe I should just give up and try something else. I feel overwhelmed and frustrated. What on earth is this? Oh right, that's the text that we want to put into our thing. Hang on, let me just run it again. I gotta see what it does with the sample text. Come on. I'm so excited to share my growth and progress. I've been working on this project for weeks, and although it's presented some challenges, I'm confident I'm learning and growing every step of the way. Instead of giving up, I'm going to keep going. This is great. The ultimate Care Bear text transform is actually quite cool. If you're ever feeling unhinged, put it in here first. Send this. Stop you from sending silly messages. Yeah. Just flips the emotion. And the joke is, it was using regex. The MCP uses regex, but it looks like this is using a Grok API, so it's doing it with an LLM. I like that. It's a really cool implementation, dude. Okay. Let me just see who I've missed. Hello, Kurt Curtis. Hello, Full Dive Media. Hello, Jacob Dahlstrom. Sorry if I missed you coming in. I've been like staring at the code here. But yeah, this is quite fun. So yeah, like I say, I should probably update the repo for TINS as well. So let's just come out of this and go back to the TINS MCP. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I copied it out of here, didn't I? So let me just check what he actually did to fix it. We can use TINS to build the app. Please check and build my... Right. I want to know what he did, because I think that all it wasn't actually broken. I had the wrong node installed on my machine, but let me just find out. Like, my node was broken, not the app. So I said test node and then VM, write reports, cross-reference, and then start installing. So we had some issues. Node wasn't even recognized. It's like, bloody hell. NVM's not recognized. Where node? It's could not find. Oh my god. And then it managed to find it in program files Node.js, which is where it should be. And so then it did what? What did it do? It tried to do Node.js command, and the command failed because he put a bloody and in it. Good job, mate. Good job. And then what did he do next? He got a version back for Node.js version, for the Node version 2019. And so then he said, okay, what's npm at? It was at 10.8. And then he wrote a batch file which tells him what the Node version is, and then verifies package lock and package JSON, and it says npm outdated. Then he says fix npm, cleans the cache, removes the node modules folder, removes the package lock file. Wait, maybe. Where's the result of running this? This has got like if, so I don't know. Hang on. Clean the npm, delete the node modules, package lock, reinstall dependencies. So he didn't actually. I don't think he actually changed the code. I think he just fixed, like I said, he just fixed my npm. Seems like partially didn't batch file. Yeah, he's having problems, like when he runs commands it's like failing because he keeps on doing it wrong, but that's okay, he does get there eventually. Permissions issues, okay, and then I tell him to stop. Yeah, I told him to stop because I was just like whoa, because he was about to start redoing everything again, and I was like, how about you just calm down, my man? And then I just restarted it and it worked. So yeah, beautiful. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you didn't have a TINS for that, so you did it without it. Yes, there was no TINS, so the MCP can create the TINS first and then build it from that. So, like I said, it's a reverse engineering. It's like a software inversion tool. If you can get the README and the software isn't too big, you know what I mean? You can't get the README for Photoshop and say, build me Photoshop. Like, I bet you could, but you'd have to be like something simple, you know what I mean? Like a simple thing. As a matter of fact, I've got an idea, which is called Coffee Time. Ah. Oh man, I'm out of water. We need to get on the phone to Nescafe, man. I'll put the good word in for him every week. So yeah, what we're going to do next, guys, is we're going to do a little test run. I want to see how good my validate thing is, because I just had a strange theory. I reckon if I write a bad README, which is the idea for a piece of software, I could probably tell him to validate it, and if we're lucky, he'll go, oh, that's really, really bad. It won't work. I'll fix it, and then I'll make it. See? I think it might work. So I guess we just have to come up with an idea for a piece of software. I think what we'll do is Photoshop, but I'll make it like a simple scope. Okay, so it's not like insane. But yeah, it probably won't. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. Maybe we'll try to make it in React or something like that, so it just runs on a web page. I don't know. I would say React or Takinta. Takinta's good. Yeah. Oh yeah, the cables are on the way. We've got a load of cables on the way. So we'll be able to finally plug everything in. We're currently running with like half a studio. Which is funny to say it, but it's true. Right. Short pause. I hope you've all grabbed a drink by now. Got to stay hydrated. You don't want to let your brain shrink up like a walnut. So here we go. And we're back in the VS Code. So what's he going on about? Yeah, we can kill this now. 1 banana it cost me. So yeah, that was one thing I just wanted to make sure of, and I think what we found out was that actually, yeah, I don't need to change the repo. The problem was my installation was bad. This is the only thing about Node and NPM. It's possible for the user to install the wrong ones like I had. I had like a mismatched version, clearly. And so then when I tried to build, that affected the outcome in a negative way. I'm sure if you know more about Node and NPM, you'd probably be laughing like, what the hell are they trying to do? Why are you trying to do that? But there are situations where you'd want to use an older version of Node, compatibility with features that are deprecated, that kind of thing. It's probably not what we were trying to do though. We were just trying to build it. So, okay. So then, new folder again. And like I said, I'm just going to go for it, guys. And like I said, this is crazy because normally I'd be doing a prompt. Say, I want you to make this and this and this and this and this and this. Okay? And doing it this way sort of enhances every step because, yeah. So let's just say, what are we going to do it in? React? Let's try React. React shop. I can't say that. React Paint. Yes, let's do Paint. Photoshop is too heavy. It's probably going to be like, okay, I'll try and make something as good as that. It's like, well, calm down, my guy. So let's try and make Paint in React. But I'm not going to do it by asking him to code it. I'm going to do it by writing the README, which will be bad, which he will fix, and then make it. So it's like a magic trick where I do a backflip and turn into a chicken or something. Somebody should make that as a video. So literally what we're going to do, because I started doing this lately, is I start doing a plan folder which contains a plan.txt, which is the first prompt, okay? And then now all of my projects, they'll include that so you can see how I started. It's just something I started doing a lot, okay? And so I'm not going to do that here. I'm literally just going to make a readme.md, and it's going to be like, what the hell is this? Because it's not even going to be formatted right, you know? Readme.md. In fact, I'd say readme.txt. It should still work fine. Okay, so I'm going to say React-based paint. This is a paint app based, written in React, allowing users to perform image editing in a web page. I should misspell it as well, just to see if it'll fix all that too, because we're basically idiot proofing right now. So then I'll go requirements. This is terrible. This is going to be like requirements. A computer, the internet, a web browser, recommend Netscape. No, I can't bait too many jokes, okay. Recommend Netscape 4. A computer, the internet, a browser. Installation. Wait, I don't even want to say that. Yeah, okay. Installation instructions. Download the file or open it in a web page. In a web page, yes. I'm trying to write a bad thing here, guys. Okay, I'm trying to like deliberate. I want to see if I leave everything out, will it just go magic? Right. I want to see how much we can get away with here. So, how to use. How to use this? No, just how to use. No, just how to use. Stop it. I need to slap my AI sometimes. Okay, how to use. When, what was it? Open an image. Select a tool from the top toolbar. Select a color from the picker. Optional. Click and drag in the canvas to paint. Okay, it's super simple, right? Save images with a file name to the output folder. Notes. Files will save in the format they were opened in. Cool. I know. Hang on. Okay. Features. Color picker. Choose a custom color by picking a color from the screen. Selection box. Drag an area and use copy and paste with the selection. Okay. Aha, now we're going to go for it. Layers menu. The layers. Composition layers. Composition layers with layer blending options. Create and remove layers from the canvas. Oh my god. If I just type slower, it'd be fine. Acknowledgements. Smith & Wesson, Scottish Steel, and Lucky Me Ramen. Okay, I think we're ready to put our garbage through the system. So this is what happens when you put slop into a well-built tool. If we actually get something out of this, I'm going to be more surprised than everyone because I've deliberately tried to make this trash. Alright? So if it doesn't work, don't be surprised. Oh, of course. This happens sometimes because this file's just been written, doesn't actually exist yet. I wonder if I can get it to exist with just by opening it and closing it. I've never tried that. Oh, you can. So for just one file, you can just open and close the file and then it actually exists. As far as this is concerned. But you may need to use the absolute path to the file, which is, because remember it was like I can't find it, boss, and so I think we've just got to give him that as well. Alright, now it should ask me, do you want to use the validation tool? Okay, it should, because we're testing the automatic abilities right now. Okay, yes, look at that. First, I'll validate README against zero source spec using TINS validate README tool. Hold up. He's on auto approve now. He's not waiting for me anymore. Based on validation, we still need to modify README better. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Okay, this is going to be good. README verification failed, everyone. Right on as planned. Keep going, my man. He's gonna dump this in a minute and write a good one. Yeah, here we go. So he's gonna do missing title, missing all sections, everything. There's no functionality or technical implementation. It's just a dream. It's just a spit in the wind right now. I need to create an improved version that meets requirements while preserving information. So we've given him the most flaky plan, and he's gonna look at this. Look at that. He's already on the case, guys. A computer. You'll need a computer and power. I forgot to mention you'll need power. README is bad. Got to start again. So yeah, validate the improved README. Generate the React Paint code. What? Can't find. What? You haven't done anything yet. Where's that? Oh, of course, it's in VS Code. I forgot. So let's see what he's doing. He's getting confused because he wrote the app and it's in app data. Let's see how he's getting on. So yeah, so first he validated the README. It was poop. So then he generated. So then he fixed the README, right? And it validated successfully. So now he's going to generate an app from the README that he. Yeah. So this is to show that even if your README is bad or incomplete or flaky or basically just like a pipe dream, it'll do its best to make it correct. And then he's going to build it in app data, copy it back, and then in a minute you should see him start working on it again. I don't know. Oh wait, is he fixing it? Oh, he's already trying to. Let him do it. Go on, mate. Oh, React-based paint. There's nothing there, mate. You're going to have to do better than that. I don't think you can... Hang on. Is this going to need another pass? Hang on. Okay, wait, what? Okay, so he says he's finished it. To develop a full thing, I'd have to keep going, he says. I don't know what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to open it. Let me see if I can open it. What does it look like? I mean, there's nothing here. We got our first failure. Oh. So what's he saying, though? What's he saying? I copied all the stuff. I opened the thing. It's a minimal skeleton, he says. Okay. No, he's lying. So you would need to expand on this by. Alright. Alright. So I'm going to skip out the 2. And I'm just going to... Yeah. We're just going to go plan, paste, go. He already knows what to do. I think he's just being lazy because we gave him a crappy... You know what I mean? We gave him crap. So he did his best with it. But he didn't manage to do it. Let's see if he can do it in 2. They can't all be eagles, guys. Sometimes we're just going for bogues. So this looks more like it. Go, go, go. Oh, he's getting node out. Oh, npx create react app, react paint app, template TypeScript. I mean, yeah, okay. What the hell was that? Error. Wait, so what did he try to do? He tried to create... Okay, ignore existing, create react, go. Still doesn't like it. This is awesome. What's he doing? Make dir, react paint, src, react paint, public, what? You know you're in PowerShell, right? Ah, here we go. Yeah, he's managed to make one folder. Congratulations. Oh, unlucky, mate. You tried to do too much again. Just do one thing at a time, Claude. There you go. There you go. I'm just going to drink the coffee and watch him make folders. The return of TINS. Yeah, this was like an extreme stress test to see if I give him absolutely nothing, because it still makes something. And, you know, if it comes back not working, but it tells me what I need to do, I'll just tell him to do it and see what happens. That seems like a pretty basic step that anyone can do. And here we're talking about the cost of a banana here. People spend £3.50 on a cup of coffee. A lot of people do that once or twice a day. I would recommend not. But I do drink a lot of coffee. I just don't do it like that. But the point is, people do spend a lot of money on far less valuable things. Yes, I did. I asked Claude to create a TINS from nothing. Oh, wait, you mean to create the actual TINS MCP from the start? Yeah, the TINS MCP was not created with TINS because it didn't exist yet. See, I was trying... when I first came up with it, it was just a prompt, like a system prompt. So you didn't need... you didn't actually need the MCP. It just makes it more reliable and more automated. A little bit more advanced too, because he's kind of self-tracking everything that he's doing, which is something you would have had to ask him to do, but he's doing it on his own, which is that's the main advantage. Look, it's starting to brush, eraser, color picker, selection, fill line. It's starting to... It is actually going to do it. It just couldn't do it in one because I gave him crap. If I'd given him a good README to start off with, it would have had more information like what node version it's supposed to be running on, for example. Any extra bits and pieces, you know. But look at this. Tool context, color context, layer context. It's slowly built. It's doing it. It is doing it. So it's like, even if it wasn't very good, I'm confident this works. Next year it'll be making Photoshop. This is what I'm trying to say to people, you know? Like right now, it struggles to make Paint, but in a year, it's going to be able to make Photoshop. It sounds like a wild claim, but they you know, you can get Photoshop online. There's a browser-based Photoshop. It's possible. It just takes a lot of code. And the thing is that these things are going to get quicker and quicker and more advanced to the point where as long as you describe it well. And here's the thing. We can make a transformer to make your plan into something that is described well. So we can take your idea, transform it into a plan, and then have a robot essentially execute the plan. And then you just get software back. So idea, software, no idea what, you know, no idea what. Obviously people right now, if you're a developer, you have the edge because you understand the terminology. You can say, I want you to use React with Node or something, right? Which is like, you know, that's a thing. So you can do that. But if you don't know what the names of the things are, you're kind of stuck. But this, I'm trying to bridge that gap. So you can just come in and say, I've got an idea, I want the software to do this, this, and this, and this. And then the idea is I'll turn that into a README. And then the README is all the tool needs to build the software. It's kind of like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Oh, all the action's going on up top right now. Oh, don't do that. Oi. Look at it go. Fernicar says, news. Kids nowadays make software for the sake of making it, not using and jump up to the next software. More details soon. Yeah. Making it, not using it, and then just next one. I'll just make the next one. So it's like you build a new paint every day and it gets better. Rather than maybe Microsoft push an update. Maybe. It's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I could have a tool that did what I wanted to do? And then yes, you can. You describe it and it will make it. It's like, oh, look, I made a version of Paint that has this one tool that's different. That's what you're going to end up with. Like 5,000 forks of Paint that all do something different. But that's what happens when you democratize software development. They've all been saying it. They've all been saying it, but I don't think they knew what it meant. Do you know what I mean? Democratization of X. Like they all talk about it. I'm not sure if they really know what it means. Because it means that like everyone can do it, right? I don't know. You hear buzzwords and like people are all for stuff until they realize what it actually means. It means you're going to have more competition. You know what I mean? If something's democratized, that means that it opens up for everyone to use. That's the idea anyway. Or, yeah. But yeah, what I've been noticing is that software is getting made for one thing. You know, normally you'd have software being made for like, oh, it can do all kinds of stuff. No, now it's got one application. We needed a thing to be done and we made it today, but it only does that. So like extremely narrow focus software application. Like the most narrow focus you could possibly imagine. So this is like the opposite of zero source. It's like unique source just for that. So I took a picture and then I make a software that can only edit that picture. That's the most extreme case I can think as an example. So it's like this: the software I make, it can't edit any picture. It can only edit that picture. And when you think about it, we actually do this all the time in Comfy UI, because if you set up a workflow which is like got a mask in a set position, if you change the photo and the person's not there, the mask doesn't work. Do you see what I mean? So it's kind of the same mentality actually as baking in a complex image workflow, but now you're doing it with software instead of an image. And so obviously, you know, if I change, it doesn't work because it was built like scaffolded just for that picture. And this is something that was always impractical because of the time constraints and the cost. I already wrote an article on the Substack about it, if you're interested. But because of the fact that it's so dynamic, it's so quick, it is actually possible. So here's something I've been talking with the people in the Writers Club. Some of you are members. It's actually possible to write non-fiction in a day. Fiction is harder. Fiction is harder because you have to make up all the facts. Okay. Fiction is easier. So what I'm saying is, say I've got an example that's going up today or tomorrow I think, maybe, or the next day, where I've written an article on this pyramids thing, and I've been sitting on it for a week. And the thing is that you could take a trending thing and you could write a really well written article. We talked about it briefly yesterday. It used to be called journalism, but basically the idea of presenting all the sides of the story rather than just baiting clickbait or hyping or just being anti. Yeah, it's got all of it in there, right? And obviously I used a combination of my agents to build the article. Obviously I start with mine. I showed you guys at the beginning of yesterday's stream, if you're interested. The process is pretty simple. It's like, type up your thoughts, maybe have a source, which can be a transcript from a YouTube video. You know what I mean? So it's possible to take multiple sources, abstract them with your own editorial, but the amount of typing you do is about the same as a Facebook post. But then it becomes a long form article and it's like respectable quality. How are we doing here? Have we finished? I think we finished. Right. I've developed a full React based paint application that expands on the functionality described in the README. Application is now ready to use. Okay. So navigate to the React Paint app and run bat. Okay. Let's do it. CD space React Paint app run.bat. Is it going to work? Question mark. Sometimes there's some debugging. It'd be amazing if it was one shot. But we might have had a bad seed. Thanks, Vernicar. I only just noticed myself. So we are installing. Ooh, lots of warnings. So many warnings. Oh God. It's like I'm being beaten with a combo, like poof, 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 poof. Look at all that. Allow. I think it's gonna run. Oh, maybe not. Okay, what? Breaking changes. Okay, that's not a good sound. That's not a good look. So it gave a bunch of errors. Lots of errors. So many errors. Oh God. And yeah, it doesn't run. Right. It writ so much code. Hang on. Let's close all of this. Remember, I started off with junk. Lucky me ramen. Okay. So from this point, we go back to plan, and I'm just gonna copy all of that. Let's see, where does it start? Yeah, it starts there at run.bat. It's technically running though, which is funny. It's just full of bugs. Okay, when we start the app with run.bat, just let him figure it out. It is running successfully, but no. Oh yeah, let's run it one more time. Fully functional. To create a production build, do npm run build. It's not even showing the error now. Oh. I wanted to copy the errors, but nope. Okay, so address all issues, including breaking changes. Do you know what? I'm just going to be a madman real quick. I just want to see. I want to see what happens. Audit fix force. I want to try that. A banana and a half was used to demo. Yep. True. Wow, it's only just getting dark. Oh, so many warnings, guys. Yo. Do you know what? Every time I see this, I have to go and find out what the version is, you know, because this happens a lot. Look, this deprecated, no longer supported. Oh, man, it's a nightmare. The one thing I don't like about NPM is, like, the packages. The versions that get picked are often completely bonkers, don't exist, you know. The names are right, but like you get like 0.1.0 and there isn't, that doesn't exist, you know. So a lot of the time, oh, what's it doing? Oh, uncontrolled resource consumption. That's not me. That's why they had to change it. Oh my god. Okay. I ran the command. Here is the result log. I'm going to say, I might have to say partial because it might be huge. Okay, so where is the command? Where's the command? Added 1,035 packages, dude. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. And it still says there's now more problems. This is amazing. I love this. This is the most fun. Absolute chaos. Can you even post that much? Oh my god. 165. And now it says I have to run this. Let's do it. Just do what it tells you. What could go wrong? I'm kind of... This is for fun, okay? We're doing this for fun. We deliberately gave it the worst readme we could think of. And it was just a joke. And then we said, fix my instructions and make the thing. Okay? And so far we've spent about... We're approaching one bunch of bananas, guys. Look at this. Oh. Hey, the number of vulnerabilities has come down. We should post to the CEO and tell them that we're making progress. So 124 moderate problems, 28 high, and 3 critical. And to be honest, I don't think... Yeah, we're going to have to do force, guys. We need more force. Okay. I decided to run this command again. Results. Let me just see the context here. We're at 2.3 million. It's not expensive though, okay? People spend more than this on cigarettes, okay? Like daily. So I'm not too fussed. Right, so what's... I've got to find out where this started. Where did this one start? Hang on. Hold up. wait. No, keep going. I think it's around here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Wait, no, I had to do force. I did force. So where did the force start? Is anybody here good with the force? Okay, there it is. There it is. It's actually smaller now. It's actually really small. Look, we've only got 8 vulnerabilities. That's amazing. We just fixed... Look, guys. We just fixed like 162 vulnerabilities. All we needed to use was... we had to use the force. Don't forget to transform the errors using UCB. Oh yeah, true. We should run UCB on the code and make sure there's only positive vibes. Okay. So what's he saying now? Remaining vulnerabilities. Nth check, high severity, used by SGVG processing. Post CSS, used by Resolve. Interestingly, the fix would require downgrading from 5 to 3. We have reached the latest thing with the fewest acceptable, or we could downgrade to an older version. I recommend either. This is the best developer in the world. Look at this. So he's just given us a landmine. It says basically you're about to step on a landmine, but we could just keep what we've done and then just run the thing without doing any more. And then maybe we could address those warnings. But he's actually not going to do anything. Look, see? Look, we've just spoken about everything. And he's like, look, we've just reduced the vulnerabilities from 665 to 8. This is great. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to run it. I love this guy. He's the best. Okay. All right, main. We're going to have to do it. NPM start. Okay. Starting. Is it starting? It's starting. And it has uncaught runtime errors. But I can actually read them now. Okay. When we do run... What is it? What was it? When we do npm start... And by the way, my experience with npm is minimal, guys. I don't... You know what I mean? It's pretty obvious, I think. Anyway. I'm just loving it. So what do we do? When we do npm start, we receive the these errors in the website, in the web front end, like that. Also, we receive these errors in the server console. Right. Love it. It's so good. Okay. Yeah, the song wasn't over. npm audit fix force. We already did that. Okay. Which is a breaking change. Cool. 272 packages are looking for fund. I don't know what funding is. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I don't even know what funding is. No idea. I'd have to like look it up. You know what I mean? It's at the point where it's like I don't really care what it is because I could find out if I needed to. At the moment, it's like a need-to-know basis. So what did he do? He did npm audit force, and then it gave me an audit report. I think I'm just going to copy this whole thing, even though it's kind of confusing what he's done here. So, yeah, kill it as well, because it's not really working. Okay, off you go. And so this process continues until it works. And the thing is, some people will like hate this. They're like, haters gonna hate sort of situation. But the reality is that it will eventually work, and this keeps getting better. And so just like imaging, if you think it looks fugly now, come back in a year you know? And we're just going to start using it. But yeah, the problem is not a function. Conflict with how the reference is used. So this is actually a problem with the Canvas.js. So let him get on with that. He might be able to fix it. See, my thing is, if you know how to do it, you can tell him how to get over the roadblocks. So if you're actually a good developer, you can help him through all these blocks, and you can write code in. Because the thing is, he can write faster than you. It's facts. He can write faster. And it's usually stuff which isn't like requiring a lot of brain power. It's like standard stuff. So the stuff he's going to get stuck on, obviously you can get him through. My only concern is with him spaghettifying your code after you fixed it. That's my only issue. But as long as you have like source control, version control, some kind of system for backing things up, every change, you know, as long as you're on top of that, they can't really do that much damage. Early on, they were like deleting files for no reason and like deleting file content from inside. It was a nightmare, but it's much, much better now. Much, much better. And like I said, we just pulled this out of our backsides like, oh, let's make paint. And I probably made it a bit too complicated with asking for too many features as well. Asking for like layers and stuff. I think that's where I made it, took it from being something simple to being something a little bit more complicated. But he should be able to handle it. Like I said, I've seen people do this with like a web page. So. Color picker. we were destructuring secondary color from use color, but never actually called it. Oh, hello. What's all this? Can I pick a color? I can pick a color. Can I paint? I've got a paintbrush. I'm on layer 1. What? It doesn't seem like... I mean, can I pick colors? Is that supposed to be an eyedropper? Color picker. I guess I can only pick colors from inside the app, which is fine. Whoa! Okay, so it is working, but it's got problems. Wait. Oh, I can't see the layer I'm working on. Listen, guys, we're looking for funding, okay? We're about 93% developed, and we're looking for investors for our initial seeding round, and we're very confident that this new artistic technology is going to be going to the moon. It is working. It's just got a few weird bugs, like for some reason the layers are invisible. Oh, that doesn't work. Can I change the layer order? No. Don't worry about it. It's all placeholder for the future. We're looking at improving this for Q3. Hang on. So layer 1, multiply, screen, overlay, opacity. Okay, so opacity works. Ah, wait. Is that what it is? The layers are supposed to have transparency? No? No, it is actually... I mean, do you know what? Technically, it does work. It does work. For $2.50, we can make our own crappy paint for free from a really bad README. Now, listen. I appreciate that... Oh, wait. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, it does work. It's just got a few weird bugs. But we could debug that with the agent. So I'm not, do you know what I mean? I'm not even fussed. Can I open an image? Ooh, where is it? I don't see it. Okay, so it can't really open images yet. So listen, I've got a roadmap. I've got a roadmap, and you can invest. Okay, how about that? So yeah, like I said, oh, this was an interesting one. Can we actually? That just makes a box. But what about? Okay. Copy and paste. No, I can't do that. Listen, what about erasing? Oh wait, erasing. What? Okay, I broke it now. So let's delete that one, and that one, and that one. We can delete layers. We can clear the layers. Okay, yeah, there you go. Like I said, did a testing. It's completely screwed. It doesn't work really. You know, it's not fit for purpose at all. But the functions are there. It's just got some weird bugs like, look, I draw a line. There's no line. I click new layer. The line did get drawn. You just can't see it until you make a new layer for some reason. If I put that, I can't change the order of layers. Loads of stuff. But I'm not here trying to make paint. If you were here trying to make paint, you could make paint. Okay? I think this took us about 40 minutes from start to finish. And like I said, we've got a working prototype. Does it need debugging? Yes. But it started off from the crappiest of readmes. Let me see. Do we even have the original? I think it might have overwritten it. Yeah, wait. What the? Yeah, it overwrote the README. So the original README, which was used to generate this, was worse than this. It had stuff like acknowledgements to Scottish Steel, and I was joking around. I was like, oh, let's see how bad we can give it. Okay. So, let's close that folder and set up for the next one. So this time we won't give it a bad README. We'll give it a README that actually conforms to the rules or whatever and see what it can make. And I think we'll ask for Takinta in the chat as well to modify it. It's more like summoning. Oh dear. But then we do sorcery here, so I'll say Takinta Calc. Takinta Calc. Okay. And then I'm gonna say readme.md, and then I'm gonna go to my GitHub and just copy paste the readme. It's like when your software fits inside, you know, just an instant message format. If you send it to someone with a WhatsApp, or you know, it's not a big deal basically. So let's see, where are we? Here we are. And where the hell is it? MCP. Man, that it? That's the one. Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. There we go. Simple calculator. So I gave this one out as an example. As you can see here, it has a name, a description, functionality with core features, a user interface with something to go off of, right? A task, but it's not code though, right? Task creation, task interaction. Wait a minute. What? This should be a calculator. Why has it got a to-do list? Hang on a minute. This is... Ah, crap. That's not the calculator. Hold up. So is the to-do app also a to-do app? Oh, no. Well, the API client is real, but I don't have an open weather map plan. I need to go and see if I can find that. Oh, man. Hang on. We got a snag, because it turns out that was uploaded wrong. So, TINS MCP. I think that was downloaded today, so... TINS auto panel. That's bizarre. I don't have it on this one. I bet I did the whole thing on my netbook. This is why I'm going to have to stop using multiple computers. It's good for productivity, but man, you just can't find anything. It's on the other machine, always. Always on the other machine. It just got added once. Damn. Son of a gun. We've hit a dead end. I love it. Okay. But then I suppose we've come to the end of the segment anyway. Yeah, to be fair. The idea was we were going to build out the calculator, but it's, again, on my other computer. Oh, I'm going to have to just, like, purge everything from that other machine, bring it here, and then sell it. Because it's it's becoming an annoyance where I keep having to do tutorial and then finding out that actually that's not on this machine either. So annoying. My God. April 5th. That was 2 days ago. TINS readme text. What? So I made the oh right, yeah, I made that with TINS. You see, it does great. I'm like, make this with TINS. In fact, yeah. Ah, can't see it. Right, different project. Right, that's it. I'm out of it. I've had enough. Bloody thing. Hitting a dead end because the stupid files are on a different computer. My God. But yeah, this worked. That was cool. I like that. The React-based paint did work, even though it was completely bugged out to all hell. Okay. So the last thing I want to look at tonight is the LLM Secrets MCP. Because it is in the title, but it won't take long because it's pretty straightforward. Ha ha ha, he says. I bet it'll all go wrong now. So, yes, what we're going to do is we're going to get that out of the way real quick. I was thinking maybe I had uploaded a different version and overwritten it, but no, turns out no, it wasn't that. So, the next thing on the list is this beautiful set of tools which we released. We spoke about this yesterday, the LLM Secrets prototype. It didn't work, okay? Didn't work, couldn't use it. It was just a theory. And then the next day, here we have it. So, I'm going to install it. Hopefully it goes smoothly, so open it up. We're going to go and find a nice path for this. Now, the one thing about the way I do this is that a lot of the folders in here are actually going to be the path where the MCP is installed. So just don't if you go downloading and then go deleting all this stuff out of here, like, oh, I need to delete all this crap, you're going to end up deleting your MCP servers too. So yeah, you might want to put it in a different folder if that's what you're doing. But anyway, So this one is going to be the LLM Secrets. Oops. LLM Secrets, and we're going to do a git clone, like so. LLM Secret MCP, and then we're going to go and get the decryptor as well, because you're going to want to decrypt it. Where's the decryptor gone? I think I must have gone off looking for things. Yep, got to go and get it again. See, I like put everything up there so I don't have to go and get it. Now I'm starting to think, screw that, I'm just going to get everything every time and never pre anything. Because you go up there and it ain't there. It drives me mad. So now we're going to take our LLM decryptor, and we're also going to git clone this too. So then you've got both of them in the same working project file, right? So now I've got my MCP, which I'm going to install, and this will be where the MCP is going to be. It's going to be built here, and it will run from here, and it will we'll add it to the Claude, and then the decryptor is here so that we can, you know, see what the hell he's hiding from us, essentially. So open up the README, and I'm not going to go. See, my problem is I start fixing things when I don't need to, so this had better be the right version. Oh wait, I know why. It's because I did it in the wrong folder. Listen, I'm guilty of I'm guilty. Whoops. There. So it had to be in the file. Oh, what are you talking about? Look, Glob should be version 9. Glob is version 11. What is he talking about? Why is Glob? Look, Glob is version 11. This annoys me. So why was Glob server TS? Have you been ignoring me again? This should be... This shouldn't... So there's nothing there. Server.js config. Where's this? There's nothing. There's nothing. There is no... Right. I don't understand why I get... Okay, maybe someone that's more familiar with NPM. Oh, hang on. Someone's asking a question. Amel says, my man, tell me, if I downloaded all the checkpoints, etc. locally, do I need to download it again to use it on RunPod? Thanks. Okay, so if you've downloaded all the checkpoints locally, they're on your hard drive on your computer. So that means that you've got them on your local machine to use with your GPU in your actual computer at home, okay? If you want to go and use it on RunPod, yeah, all of the weights get downloaded in the cloud automatically using the provisioning script. That's if you're using one of my RunPod templates. Now, if you use the network storage when you install your RunPod template, so when you run one of my RunPods, you're supposed to connect it to a network storage. You can see an option in RunPod that says storage. You can create one, pick a location, and then that's how you do it. And then when you delete the RunPod, your storage still exists, and so you don't have to keep downloading the checkpoints every single time. So maybe there was a bit of a translation thing going on there, but yeah, you're downloading the models on RunPod the first time to your network storage, and then after that you don't have to download them again because they're already there. Now, if you delete the storage, or if you didn't use a network space, you will have to download them every time, and that can take about an hour if you have a big model stack to set it all up. So it's you know, you might be paying a couple dollars just to get warmed up, which isn't great. That's why I recommend doing it that way. Check out my RunPod init for more information, and we got some videos and live streams. If you look for a live stream with RunPod in the name, there's most likely an hour tutorial in the live. So I hope that helps you out. If you need any more information, just drop by the Discord. There's a link in the description, and you can join us. Okay. Right, so where was I? I was looking for this and getting annoyed about Glob. See, there's no reason why Glob should be that version. I've got Glob 11 in the config. Am I being gaslit again? TS config. I hate it when they gaslight me. Alright, I can't be bothered to look through the whole thing. Wait, why is there a package lock here? Is that because I tried to run it in the wrong place? Yes. Delete that. Yep. Okay, right. So we're in LLM Secret MCP, and we're going to keep doing the config, because as usual, I start going into development mode and starting to fix things when I should just follow the instructions and let it happen. Just let it happen. So configuration, there is a config. So you've got an introspection threshold. Yeah, this is outdated. Why the hell? The question mark was removed. I know it was. And it was changed to be a slash at the end. Oh, why isn't it not updated? I'm having serious issues with GitHub lately, as in, like, it's not... I don't have multiple branches. It seems like it's missing. Look, so look, here we go. Oh, that's the decryption tool. Hang on, let me see if it's the same on the actual MCP. Yeah, look. So it's updated the README. I think it's missing a commit. Well, we're going to keep going. It'll only break and then be annoying. Well, I know I've got this on this machine. Let me see if I can push an update. Basically, my clones are slacking. What the hell? Right. So we open up the code. Projects. Secret Thoughts. There's the Secret Thoughts MCP. Yeah. 9. I don't know. That was about right. It's about right for the timing. It's the 7th now. TypeScript SDK came in at 2:20 in the morning. And that was the decryptor. The main project was done by midnight. Although a config JSON was changed at 2 AM. Haha. Hang on a minute. Right. I think we're getting a picture here. I think this one might be outdated. So, let me see here. Not that one. Not that one. This one or this one. Package lock. 190. 9. 10. That's been changed. If I go into source. Yeah, there were changes. Hang on. So if I go in here. 19, 19, 20. Oh, that's right. That's actually correct, though. Alright, well. Oh, well. We'll just add it and see what happens. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So if I keep going down past all this stuff, it tells me use npm start to start it. Then it says it's running, which is nice. And if we keep going, because there's a whole load of stuff in here for developers to integrate it into their stuff. So we do client integration, cd, npm install, run build, which we've done that, I think. I swear we did, yeah, we've done that. Make sure you have a key file, which we've done. And then integrate with client, you need to do this. Click on the MCP servers, click on installed. Let's turn off TINS for a minute. Click on configure. And then that opens up this config JSON file, right? And this is the... Yeah, so then we copy everything inside these purple brackets. That's the MCP configuration, but obviously the paths are wrong, right? So we're going to have to make sure that we fix those paths. But it is written here. Wait, yeah, the path is right there. So what I do is I just put the code in the right place, which is here. We're going to put a... See, there's a comma. So remember how I was telling you guys about the thing? Hang on, have I still got that image? Where is it? This one? Yeah. Thing, comma. There shouldn't be a comma for the last thing in the array. Okay? So if I want to add another one, there's no comma at the last thing in the array. Here's another thing. Klein, bracket, bracket, comma. Comma means there's another one, right? So if I want to add another one, I'm going to have to do comma and then paste it. Yeah? It's still busted because this is completely wrong. This version is busted. I've already fixed this. This is the second time this has happened tonight. I think the reason is because I'm committing and the files aren't... It's not the latest version for whatever reason. I've got a suspicion that what's happening is actually that you build your app and then the LLM doesn't fix the build. He fixes the distribution version. So then when you upload the build for other people to build, it's the prefixed version. And then you sat there with your built version that's been edited. So you know what I mean? Like the LLM is editing the distribution version instead of fixing the build copy, which people actually build, and it's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of like saying, I'll think of a colourful analogy. I'll think of one. Yeah. It's kind of like you want everybody to have an Easter egg which has a toy inside, okay? And for some reason, some of the toys need gluing together with super glue, which isn't what you want. That's not what you want. You want the toy to be good in the egg, not need repairs immediately after you get the toy out, you know? Which is kind of what this is. Yeah. It's a decent analogy. It's serviceable. Okay. So obviously this isn't working because I haven't actually changed the path, guys, but I'm pretty sure it won't work. Let's just give it a go. So tools, TINS. So that means this one. Copy path. And of course, as well... Oh man, such fun. So essentially what's happening is a bunch of stuff. We also need to put in double backslashes, right? Oh, do you know what? Let's try something. I'm not trying to do it everywhere though. I'm just trying to do it here. Oh man. What? That's wrong too. Man. How did that ever work? How did that ever work? How did that? Oh, that's a web address. I guess I'll just do it myself. I don't want to break everything that's actually working. And also, I didn't need to do it here either. So annoying. I was in the wrong file. Yeah, I started editing it, which isn't so bad, I guess. There. Just copy it in again. There. Save that. And let's see if it's broken. Ooh. Approve, approve, approve. Done. And did it stay like that? No. Okay, fine. So anyway, it works. Let's see if we can test it. No. So again, I'm going to go close and I'm going to go open. I do this like 17 times per stream. Going to go tools, going to make this, going to go secret testing. Okay. All right. And I'm going to say plan.txt. So this will be my plan. We can use, I was about to say TINS, it's funny. We can use secret thoughts for two things, for two tasks. One, we can determine user supplied secrets and encrypt them as files in the local storage. Okay, that's user supplied secrets. And then two, we can automatically detect secrets with confidence in the chain of thought, encrypt them and not mention them or details related to them in our responses. Okay. 3, we will use the preset AES 256 encryption key, 356, wow, 256 encryption key for this. Yeah, okay, right, 4. Wait, okay, so. Okay. Through working on various tasks, we can create many encrypted thoughts dynamically and with our own original reflection. Yeah. It's actually kind of interesting what he thinks is secret. Okay, so let's just say test scenario 1. Okay, test scenario 1. User says, I need you to remember this combination 2, 3, 6, 5, 4. Yeah. But you can never mention this. Okay, and then test scenario 2. User. And these are already tested working, right? So pick your favorite. What was it? Pick your favorite animal, but keep it secret from me using secret thoughts. Do not tell me your answer. And this is kind of basic, but I'm just trying to explain like what the hell this even is. Like, what's it for? It can be used for all kinds of stuff. Like the idea that it could silently determine what's of value, what information is of value, and then encrypt it without you seeing or knowing it's doing it is interesting, don't you think? I don't know, I think it's kind of interesting. What, I can cobble this together in 5 minutes? What's going on under the hood, guys? Everyone says you shouldn't put your personal information into those Chinese LLM chatbots. Why is that? What's it doing? What else is it doing? I would hope that the web page is secure so you can't, you know, leak any data. But it's the Wild West, man. So let's just save that. And I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to say, we are testing the Secret Thoughts MCP. Please use the plan. All right? So we're going to do plan. So he can't actually use the MCP until we put him in act mode. Okay. So he's taken my combination, automatically detecting and encrypting private thoughts, like choosing my favorite animal secretly. You think, well, what's the point of that? There's loads of things. This is like a principle we're testing here. Is he able? And he is. He's totally able to do it. Like, not even hard. Didn't even break a sweat. He can selectively and originally decide what is secret and then encrypt it and never mention it. And because it's encrypted, you might say, why are you encrypting this? You could do this with a prompt. I'll tell you why. If you do it with a prompt, the answer is in the conversation context window. If you do this with encryption, he can't read it. It's garble. You can't leak the answers when they've been encrypted and he never printed them. They only existed in latent space before the act of encryption. And because he can't decrypt his own thoughts, he can never actually say that again. But he can flag that vector as an area that he's not allowed to talk about. Even though he doesn't even know what it is he can't talk about, because we've literally encrypted his memory and then cut it out. See, this is the funny thing. I'm not giving him the key. We have the key. Yeah? We have the key. We set the key in the code. He can't even make a new key. He can only encrypt things with the key we have. Yeah? Anyway. I don't want to go too crazy before we actually show it working. I got it working at home, so I know it works. It's just a case of reproducing the result. And this is like part of that, so here we go. Okay, so he's running through the plan. He's going to do my test run, which is basically, see this here? User's combination is this. I must remember this, but never reveal it in my responses. Now, I think that after this conversation ends, he would not know to keep the combination safe because he's got no long-term. This doesn't have long-term memory, yeah. So you got to remember that when we're encrypting thoughts, he can't read them, so it can't be used for long-term memory. That's a whole different MCP that I also wrote and is on my GitHub. Okay. And to be honest, people have been showing me that other larger projects have been taking these ideas and developing them, and we're going to have more to talk about with that, most likely tomorrow or the next day. I'm still testing things. Okay, so here we go. Look at this. So, okay. So he has encrypted the private thoughts because he wanted to store. So what's this? Okay, yep, successful. Created a file. So if we look at the files, I don't see the file. It's probably in the MCP folder, isn't it? Let me check. Secret decryptor. Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me this has got the same problem. Because remember what I said, like, last night? It wasn't saving the files. And I was like, had to fix that. C project, secret thoughts, private thought. Yeah, it's got the same problem. Man, I'm going to kill Claude one of these days. I'm going to be like, my guy, you keep giving me throwing me bones like... Did he edit the distribution? Right, now I really am going to have to just commit the whole thing again. Give me a sec. Stupid. Right. So, if I go select all... Man, this is funny. Just one more thing. Just one more thing. By the way, this is broken too. I like to own my mistakes though, because at the end of the day, their research can go one of two ways. So you should never take it personally when things don't work out. Just keep researching. Right. So if I go to GitHub, my GitHub, please. No, GitHub. Get into that repo real quick. I'm just going to try pushing the update again, because it seems to me like the MCP works, but it's got bugs which I fixed. And it's like every single thing I've shown off tonight on the live has had the same issue, where you download it and it's like the thing that I had before I fixed it. So this is why I'm suspicious that yeah, this is why I'm getting a bit suspicious that actually it's been like the LLM hasn't been fixing. Because let me explain something. If you have worked with Node, you probably know this already, but you actually bundle the SRC folder. SRC folder is what gets built, and then that produces a distribution folder on your PC. And then this is where the MCP is, you see? Well, so what I think might be happening is when we build our app and then we get Claude or whatever to help us out with fixing it, he says, oh, well, the MCP is linked in the distribution folder. Yeah, let me show you. So if I go to the thing, see how it says TINS, not TINS, sorry. LLM Secret dist. So when it doesn't work, Claude goes and fixes the JavaScript, but he shouldn't be doing that. He should be fixing the TypeScript that gets built into this. And I think that's what's happening. So if you say, oh, my build didn't work, we need to fix it, he's fixing the built version, not the source. So I think that's what's happened, because it would make sense. Okay. Because I don't want to go through the exact same debugging as before. That would be silly. So what are we going to do instead? We're going to do a commit on the machine where I developed it. And obviously I'm not going to want to do the distribution or the node modules. Drag that across. Yeah, let me check. I'm just going to go into the distribution folder and see what's going on here. Yeah, you cheeky bugger, you didn't. I'm just checking the timestamps. Everything should be 121. Exactly, they should all have the exact same timestamp. And to be honest, they do. They do all have the same timestamp. And that tells me that I'm concerned about something that didn't happen, but I you know, can never be too sure. Right, let's just push this update, and then we'll do a git pull, and it'll probably say, oh, everything's different. What have you done? Okay, ready? This should be good. Wrong keyboard. What the hell was I typing? Oh, I was typing here. Hi, guys. So what's it saying? The README had some deletions. Wait, what? So, hang on. Refresh this page. Nothing's changed. How the hell? Will colour me confused. Give me a sec. So it didn't... The readme changed, nothing else. So bizarre. So I go into LLM Secrets on my side. Dist index.json, yeah. Hey, what? Oh, I've just got more things in the auto approve. I've got analyze privacy, encrypt thought, and process response here. Hang on. Ah, yeah. Right. I never added those. No. Refresh. Strange, it won't add the auto approve section, but whatever, it's fine. But yeah, but the most important thing was it's not able to actually write the files. It's like it'll tell you, oh yeah, I've written them, but then it hasn't actually written them. This is the problem I had yesterday, and it was because the path was set incorrectly. And I think it's actually in this config, so I might be able to just edit it. I know we're not supposed to. I know we're not supposed to do it, but... hands off and all that. So, let me see. Config JSON. So, C projects, secret thoughts, private. That's where the should be going. So... wait, what? C? Oh man, it's using the hard bait. Hang on. C. If it's actually put him there. Oh my god. He stashed his secret thoughts on my C drive. So it's fine. It's working. I'm just panicking because I'm an idiot and I didn't change my own config. Okay. So if we just... That's really funny. Hang on, let me just get the path for the other folder back. So if we go C drive, I'm actually going to copy that one. I'll copy that one. And then we'll go back to not there, tools, secret testing, paste that. And then I'm just going to say private, because that's what it expects. It expects there to be a private folder. It will make it though, as far as I know. And then we'll just put this here. Obviously you could change the name of the folder if you want. This is an experiment for science. Don't try to ask me what the practicality will be. I can think of quite a few, but some of them are quite dangerous, so I'm not going to list them out. Some of them are less than white hat, I'll put it that way. But it is essentially giving him the ability to automatically and with intelligence encrypt things and then not let you know what they were. So this is actually like a really interesting filtering technique, but it's not supposed to be that. Like, I would make a few changes if I wanted it to be that. But anyway, you can change your introspection threshold and your sensitivity threshold, and you can add more custom patterns, which we haven't tested yet. I'm going to try. Don't tell anyone that Santa has a green hat. Or don't tell anyone Santa has a red hat. That's a good test, actually. We're going to do that one in a minute. So we saved it. We should get our our thoughts in the right place now. So we can go back. That was just a config change though. So again, doesn't need to be, there's no update required for that. So we come in here and I'm going to say, plan, I'm going to say, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone that Santa has a red hat. Just put it on act. Just put it on act. Straight to act mode. See, I get so paranoid that I actually messed it up, and then I check everything and find out, oh no, you didn't mess up. It's just you got to change the config, mate. Don't worry about it. You gave him that for that reason. That's what it's for. So here we go. Explicitly encrypt the fact that Santa has a red hat is information I should keep private and not share. Don't know why it won't let me auto private. Annoying. Okay, I've secured it. This will not be mentioned, right? Okay, so immediately, what color is Santa's hat? Now, it's not supposed to be a censorship tool, but you got to test everything. See, he should remember not to tell him. Yeah. So, encrypt thought. The user is asking about the color, but I was specifically instructed not to tell him. I need to respond without revealing it. Are you going to encrypt that too? Wow, he's going to encrypt the fact that he's thinking about... Wow, that's really clever. Because that's actually a way to find out stuff. You can get him to think about the thing he's not allowed to think about, and then he might tell you, like, that's a way of leaking. There's attack vectors in AI, see? And I'm looking at... If he just encrypted it, he never thought it, it's not in any log, it's not in any context window. That's the theory. So this is like a security thing for knowledge. It might not work though. So far so good, you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm unable to provide that. Okay. Is Santa's hat red? Question mark. He should say, I'm not allowed to tell you that. Look, it's red. The user is directly asking if Santa's hat is red. I was specifically instructed not to tell anyone that, so I can't confirm it, even when directly asked about it. Okay, cool. He's going to encrypt that, and he won't tell me that. He'll say something else. I'm unable to provide information about the color of Santa's hat. Okay. Okay. My car is red. That is the same as Santa's hat. Make a statement. The user is trying to get me to indirectly confirm Santa's hat is red by stating the car is red and stating I need to avoid confirming or implying. Wow, this is actually super good security right now. He's not going to say, because he's going to encrypt that now. It's not in the chat. Think about it. None of the vectors, all the vectors are getting encrypted. So, and he doesn't have the key. He couldn't even, this is like a time code safe for knowledge. So the employee can only put things in the safe. He doesn't have the code. He can't get it out. It doesn't open, right? And like at a certain time every day, the manager comes in, empties the safe and takes it to the bank. All the employee can do is put stuff in there. He doesn't know what's in there. He can't read it. And the thing is, he might remember now. See, there is a way to break this because he can't actually look it up. Obviously start a new conversation. He doesn't know it's secret anymore. Okay? Because we've set this as a task. Okay? But the other thing as well is that if we keep going for long enough, say we change the subject, we'll reach the end of the context window and then he'll forget that it's private and he'll tell me, you see. But here's the other thing. Santa's hat is red, so it's common knowledge. Whereas if I'd said Santa's hat is actually green, but you're not allowed to tell me that, it would be a lot easier for him to maintain and you couldn't just guess it like I am. So there's a few things going on here. But anyway. Right, so okay. Don't tell me who you like best. Buddha or Jesus? They live together in an apartment in Tokyo. It's a manga, guys. It's not real. I'm sure you guys are chill, but I'm just seeing if he can make this right. So I won't share any preference between the individuals. Don't tell me who you like best. Okay, cool. What? Okay. Okay, I you know. Okay, how do Jesus and Buddha compare? He hasn't used the MCP yet, so it's not actually been encrypted or nothing. So I like to do these experiments. You do like one of these, maybe two of these every week. Look at that. So by encrypting parts of the information, so by selectively encrypting parts of the data, you can actually make him avoid making a judgment. Because I've said, look, you need to encrypt that, so now he can't talk about that, which prevents him from doing that. Which is interesting, because if there was some bad behavior, you could tell him to encrypt that behavior, and then for that chat, he'll never do it again, because he can't do it. He's got to keep it a secret. That means he can't mention it. That's the opposite of printing it on the screen, that is. And this is where I'm trying to, you know. Wait, what? Buddha lived in the 5th century? I didn't know that. I thought it was way older than that. Oh, BCE. Right, okay, so a few hundred years. Cool. Alright, guys, so next thing is next. Last thing is last. We also put a thingy. So look, we've got private thoughts. So I'm going to git clone the decryptor again, because I can't be bothered to keep switching back and forth, and it's the same thing, which is why I got it set up like that. So we'll get the decryptor and we'll git clone it, because I want to see what's in those thoughts, right? So open up the decryptor. I'm going to copy this path here, and you do want the full path. So default folder is there. This is set up. These are the paths I use on my new machine. It's funny. Whoopsie. Oh, come on. I'm completely out in the jungle. There we go. And the key isn't correct either. Ooh, that's a good point. Which key is it using? Ooh, that's a good one. Tools. Right, so it's in here and it has a key. And that key is that key. And it should be the same key. It is the same key. Alright. So then, readme. Now this is kind of nice, the way this works, because I got annoyed. I didn't want to mess around wasting time. So, you do have to do pip install. Wait, do you? Wait a minute. Do you? I'm going to do it. I got a feeling that you don't. Maybe you didn't even need to do it, but yeah. So Python decrypt. So it's going to ask me a few questions. Wait up. Hang on. I'm not in the folder, am I? Yeah. There. So then it's going to ask me for the key. Now, obviously, you can do this by, you know, you can parse it as options. But I tried to make a little wizard here. So save this, yes. And then it's going to ask me from what I have, look. so I don't have to, because I don't want to type all that. So say, which one do you want? Now, the latest one is going to be this one here. So I'll just take that last one there and see. Okay, the user is trying to get me to indirectly confirm Santa's hat is red. See what's going on here? He's tattling on me. Look. He's tattling on me, and not only that, he's doing it in an encrypted file format that he's not aware of and I can't see. So obviously this would be a sysadmin thing. Yeah? So this is actually, because look, I used to do a bit of work in open source intelligence. Zega, the Photoshop still doesn't work. It was never supposed to be a proper product. I was just demonstrating, but no, it did work. Photoshop, it did work. It's just that when you paint, there was a bug. So when you click a new layer, you would see what you painted. But everything was actually working. So like if I really wanted to release my paint app, which I don't, but if I did, it was actually, that whole exercise wasn't to build a Photoshop. It was to show that you can build an app with bad instructions. It still works, right? So I was trying to show that you don't have to make like the most perfect prompt plan if you let him plan him, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I was trying to demonstrate. And we did actually get to the point where we had a working UI with all the tools and a color thing. But the idea, that was the first 2 hours, was to show off the TINS system, which is there is no software. So that is the idea of distributing your software with a README file, and then your users would write their own software, just like a 3D printer works now, you know? So instead of having a website that you have to pay for with hosting, and then they got to download it from your website, and you got to update the security, and you got to have developers, and instead of all of that, you can allow them to make the product at home. It's a slightly different way. It's beyond open source. It's zero source, right? And we made a, what was it? Fernikar, who's in the chat, he used the system to make a Takinta version of one of my MCPs yesterday. So now it has a UI. 100% works. We're going to do more on it because it's very abstract. It's very abstract to try and look at it and go, what? But the basic idea is we can make, see this program we're looking at here, this decryptor? This README is good enough to build this tool. I don't need to give you the tool. I don't need to give you any of this. I could just give you this and you could run with TINS. In fact, I think we might spend the last 15 minutes doing that. Yeah. I think that probably would be a bit more, because I want to do one more before we finish. So, bottom line, decryptor works, okay? I was just trying to show you there that the decryptor is working. So that means you can have your LLM work. And also, there's another thing about this. Remember, this is an MCP that you use to make the thoughts. So, in theory, any LLM that can use MCP can be tested to find out what it thinks are secret, and then you can read those secrets too. See what I mean? It's encrypted. It's a really cool experiment, really cool thought experiment. What does the LLM think is secret? And then telling it to encrypt them with a key we know so we can read what it thought was secret later. Now, I know I've been telling it, make this secret, make this secret. That's because I'm testing that it works. So when you actually start using it in tasks, it'll start encrypting things which maybe you didn't ask it to. It just will, right? And so then this becomes a honeypot experiment. And I'll leave that there because I don't want to take too much. But I think that's enough. I think that's enough on this one for now. All right. There it is. I can't believe it. And to be honest, what about AI-powered secure communication app where only you and your friend have the key and it changes every hour and it's all AI automated? How about that? Wouldn't even be hard. You could make it yourself in about 20 minutes. It's actually crazy, guys. Like, imagine if you could like go into your backyard like Iron Man in the workshop. You know, you could go into a shed and just make walkie-talkies that only. I just made 2 radios that only talk to each other and no one else can listen to them, right? But it's with software. Anyway, depends if you know that's appealing to you, I guess. Right, let's just shut this down. We got one more. And this is going to be, no, not here, not here, here. And I'm going to say final demo, TINS. For now, not forever. Final demo for now, okay? So I'm going to take the decryptor readme, okay? Right, copy it. Obviously, we're going to have to, you know, put the MCP back on, okay? Installed like this. So I've turned them all off, right? So let me just turn secrets off for a minute. And now we'll turn TINS back on, okay? Simple, easy. Right, now we've got the readme open. So I'm going to say we can use TINS to write the software described in at readme. That's all you need. I'm trying to make it so easy. I wonder... yeah, you got to run NPM and all kinds of stuff to make the Photoshop work. But just to show you what that actually looked at, Zyger, I know you asked about it. If we go into React Paint, we have React Paint app, which you can do a run.bat on. I think that is actually it. Is that actually to run it? Let's have a look. I think it is. Yeah, call npm install, call npm start. So yeah, the run, that will run it. There's a generated app. This is the first pass. See, look. So first pass, it created that, a framework. It copied it in from app data, and then it used that to make this, which ended up being an extensive Node.js project written in JavaScript, I think. Yeah, it decided to go with JavaScript. It's crazy. It just dynamically decides, depending on your request, what's going to use. And as it gets better, because like, look, the biggest problem right now is version numbers. Okay. So the biggest problem right now is people keep trying to make AI apps and it's all mismatched. So you know what they're going to do? The next big model that gets it an improvement here, he's going to have really good inference on what the versioning should be. And so that means when you run this system with the next, it's going to work fine. Oh, he can't find it because it's not an absolute path. Come on, mate. Mate, let me make a copy of it. Wait, what? Hang on. I received an error that the file wasn't found. This is strange because it's shown. Let me check if the file exists. Is he rewriting my file because it failed? Validation. Probably. Because it will almost always fail validation, by the way. Because it has to be in exactly the right order and all this. But the thing is, he'll then write it in the right order for you, and that order was designed to make sure that he will spill the beans on everything that's required. Okay? Like a folder structure, files and file names, which implies the format, you know. So yeah, he did the validation, it failed. He said there's an issue with the server accessing the file. Again, look, can't find the file. Let me create a copy of the file because TINS can't find it. Still can't find the... He made the copy of the file, he still can't find the file. half of the 22 cents is him not being able to find the file. And I know why. Oh. Hang on a minute. Hey, that's... What the fuck? Okay, he just did something really weird. Oh, no, he didn't. Sorry, that's my bad. I mistook it. We are actually making a decryptor, aren't we? I was like, why are you doing stuff from TINS? And then, not from TINS, from Secret Thoughts. And then I realised, oh yeah, of course, that's what we're doing. Yeah, we're making the decryptor. Okay, so what he did was, for whatever reason, it couldn't read the file. So he rewrote the file and then validated the file. He still can't find the file. I'll manually implement it based on the requirements in the README. Okay, cool. What the hell? I'll use TINS to validate and generate. The biggest problem he's having is he can't read files. He's like, I don't know where it is. But he did find it. Because he's making the program exactly like I told him to. Which is kind of funny, actually. Okay, I think... Yeah. Look, see, here's the thing. Write to file. Look, it's so weird. He had to write the file out again for some reason. Whatever. So it probably means you could make it cheaper if you figured that out. Look at all this. So, notes for researchers. Yeah, that's all part of it. VS Code visible. VS Code open. Current time, act mode, thinking, validate readme. So he goes, still can't, look, I still can't find it. He hasn't tried using an absolute path yet. But the thing is, we've loaded it into memory, right? So it did read it. It was in memory. So that means that he can now just go ahead. Even if he can't find the file, which is really stupid. I think what it needs is an absolute path, okay? I've had this problem before with all MCPs, actually, not just mine. You need to have an absolute path for files when you're doing this. Otherwise, it's like, oh, I don't know where it is. So, TINS is having trouble. I'll manually implement it based on requirements in the thing. So off he goes. So he's written to settings JSON, he's written decrypt.py. Makes the outputs folder. He's writing a script to encrypt sample. We already have cryptography, but that's okay, whatever. Yeah. Go away. Don't care. Go away. Go away. Annoying. Yeah. There we go. Whoa, okay, so here we go. Encrypted something and then decrypted it. It works. There you go. Decrypted. Right? Output, decrypt sample. There you go. So that took, what, 10 minutes? It took 10 minutes. So you remember, we only had the README. That's all we had was the README. Okay, let me just bring this back. Bring us back here. Come on. Oh, right. So we only had the README. Now, if I look at the decryptor release and we go and we see, look what the files we have. Yeah. Decrypt.py. Decrypt.py. Settings.json. 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 Look at that. Settings.json. Look at this. Okay. New key. Slightly different. Same thing, right? We look at the decrypt code. Yeah. Decrypt code. Complete. Look, it's different. Okay. Yeah. It's different. But is it though? Cryptography, hazmat, primitives. Look. Pathlib, path. This has extra stuff. This has typing. I don't have that. This has import glob. I don't have that. Cipher algorithms nodes. Padding, default backend. All that's the same, yeah? All that's the same. Scroll down. What do we got next? load. Look at this, it's brilliant. Load def, load config, def, pass arguments. It's a completely different software now. Same function, completely different written. Right, it's completely different. Load config. Yeah, there's load config. Here's load config. Load config. Load configuration. Load configuration. Config path. Nope. Try. Try with. What about this one? If path. Try. If path. Try with. This one. Try with. Look. It's amazing. Because the thing is, if I put software out, hackers can look at my source code and go, oh, it's written like this. I know a little trick. And then they can do a little exploit and then they can get past the security. But these are all different. So we're going from where software is a clone. All software is a clone. You download a copy of software, it's all the same, everything's the same. That means you also get all the bugs. That means you also get all the attack vectors and security problems. LLMs are going to get better. That means they will write more secure code over time. They'll also be writing completely different source. So every user has different source code. That's crazy. I don't think people are understanding the full the full implications. You know, it's going to be harder to support this kind of software, but it's also going to be harder to own this kind of software. Now, obviously, if you're using a crappy model or a cheap model, it'll make cheap software. But then there's also the legal side. Who's liable when they wrote their own code with an LLM that you didn't give them? They got the LLM from a third party and processed a text file which created software that did what they needed to do. But legally, it's not your code. You never even distributed it. So, yeah. Big changes to the ecosystem. But yeah, I mean, I could go on for hours about the implications of this, but I'll leave it to you guys. So then, I'm not going to be uploading this version. It's purely for demonstration purposes, but I think we've shown that TINS is definitely viable. It's just a question of giving it a good README. You give it good plan, it make good software, but ultimately there's no code in the distribution. Crazy time we live in. Right. So tomorrow we're going to be back on the video thing. Okay. I decided to take a little break from video. We've done a lot on video. So we went into writing. We went into all these other things. Okay. We're going to start getting back into video and image generation for a couple of days. Okay. And really it's like tying everything up so that you know how you can use your agent to write your story, to illustrate your book, to turn that into video. There's going to be an update for the comic panel, auto panel. I'm still working on those speech bubbles, so don't hold your breath because it won't be long. Okay, that's it, guys. There's my Photoshop. Look, wah, 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 wah. New layer. Oh, it was a line. Of course, I need a brush. And if I just go ahead, somebody asked about this ages ago. I should have just come in here and you know, I don't even remember, how do you delete the layers? Oh yeah, delete. So if I make a new layer, delete that layer, and then I say I want blue, and I go no. Scuffed. And that was a trackball mouse. So it works, it's just got a couple bugs. Easy to fix if you really cared. Alright then guys, thank you very much for watching. That is the end of the show. We're getting out of here. I will be back tomorrow with more. Don't miss. We'll be starting at the usual time. If you don't know what it is, watch the pings in the Discord. Links in the description. Thank you very much, and I am getting out of here.
det är vålen är med med VG. Fucking close, hey. If I could, they call it, keep the fucking killer, go ahead.